country, we have a tropical Cyclone Frances, which is formed in the Timor Sea. It's not posing any threat to Northern Territory, but we do have a severe weather warning out for the Tiwi Islands and the Arnhem Land District, just that peninsula region over there. Darwin not included in it, but heavy rainfall as well as damaging winds at risk. Heavy rain leading to flash flooding. Damaging winds, they'll occur in thunderstorms if they ever do eventuate.
For more on what happened overnight, we did speak to our meteorologist at the Bureau of Meteorology in Melbourne. Now, before we get into what Adam had to say, it was a very chilly night overnight, but you were saying that potential overnight minimums even cooler for Queensland tonight.
That's right, yeah. It looks like the cold air has arrived, the dryness has arrived for that part of Queensland and really the interior, and it's looking like it was cold last night for sure, but tonight's going to be even colder.
So, let's hear from Adam Morgan from the Bureau of Meteorology. This is what he had to say a little earlier.
Yeah, g'day Tristan. It's not too unusual at this time of year. Every couple of years we see a fairly significant cold front that moves through the southeast in April. Certainly as we get towards the end of April, we're getting towards May and then it's closer to winter, isn't it? So at the moment, the air behind this cold front is particularly dry though, so that's leading to those really cold temperatures overnight. So we're seeing minimum temperatures broadly 6 to 8 degrees below average across large parts of central and inland Australia, but up to 10 degrees below average over parts of inland Queensland tomorrow morning. In Charleville, we're looking at minimum temperature 5 degrees overnight, 3 degrees in Stanthorpe, and then that cold air will move into central Australia on Saturday with just a minimum of 6 degrees at Alice Springs.
Yeah, Brisbane just about through their coldest night in at least 5 months. They dipped down to 13.5. Your overnight minimum is 10 degrees.
Yeah, it's going to be very cold and light frost possible as well around Stanthorpe. Just rug up. It's feeling like winter. Just, just steer into the seasons, as they say. Don't try to fight it. It's cold.
There were a lot of comments yesterday, I know, all over Twitter, and a lot of friends and family were asking me, wow, it's really cooled down, and that was as a result of a strong cold front. And of course, when high pressure builds, clear skies, light winds, typical scenario for some early morning frost.
There you go. Couldn't have said it better myself.
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here. What am I doing here?
Okay, we also spoke to Adam a little earlier on the potential for Tropical Cyclone Frances to form. Now, in the last 3 hours,
it did form. In fact, as soon as we got off air, it was declared as forming. But, really what we were focusing on is because we both kind of realized it wasn't going to be that significant of a cyclone in terms of its impacts on the mainland. But what I was thinking of is how significant is it for a cyclone to form this late in the season?
And we spoke to Adam. This is what he had to say.
Yeah, well, we are getting close to the official end of the tropical cyclone season. It's only a few days away, the end of April. It's not unprecedented to have a tropical cyclone at this time of year. In fact, one of the most significant tropical cyclones we've had in the Australian region in its history was Cyclone Monica in 2005, and that crossed the Northern Territory topping coast on the 26th of April in 2005 as a Category 5 system. So certainly we've seen cyclones at this time of year before. With this system, we may see a tropical cyclone watch issued for the far northern strip of the Kimberley coastline in Western Australia. We may see that issued later today. That's really just a precautionary measure at this stage because the forecast track for this system does take it over water away from the coast, but we can't rule out that something may develop a little closer to the coast.
As comprehensive as ever, Adam Morgan predicting what exactly just happened.
Exactly. So we had, there is a tropical cyclone watch between Wyndham and Curry Bay in the Western Australian Kimberley region, really for coastal districts. And if gales do develop, they'll be on Saturday. Gusts could reach 110 kilometers an hour. My pick is that you probably will only have a few heavy showers.
There you go. Stay tuned in 60 seconds. We have more on that cold snap gripping parts of the southeast and what else is happening around the nation tomorrow.